Hello, good people. This is your girl, Katrina Denise, and this is another episode of Katrina's Book Bag. We are just 2 days into the spring season, and as with spring, a time of renewal, refreshing, a fresh start, I would like to share with you a book that kind of fits the same change sequence renewal of life. All right, so this particular book comes just in time with the Easter holiday, and this book is entitled The Miracle Man, The Story of Jesus. Now, this is not a typical book that I would review. However, later in this review, this vlog, you'll really understand why it was dear to my heart and why I really had to share this particular book with you. All right, this book is the story of Jesus, and as you will see, the author John Hendrix, when he wrote this book, he decided to write it so that it would appeal to a younger audience, obviously. It is a picture book, and the great thing that I like about the book, it doesn't necessarily start with the birth of Christ, but it starts with him being a man and all of the different things that, and the people that he met along his journey. So obviously it starts with there being a dusty land, with Christ walking through the land, with him coming across fishermen. He gives the whole entire story of how he made fishers of men, how he met and the disciples came to be. Then it transitions and talks about the miracles that Jesus performed throughout the streets and how he went into the towns and villages, and that there were some people that did not believe in his ability. Great teachable moment, whether you are you subscribe to Christianity or any religion. It's a great teachable moment to talk about when there are naysayers in your life who disagree with your powers and beliefs or your abilities, that you can continue to be strong and fearless and continue to do the things that you know you are capable of. The one thing I will say that I really was drawn to with this book is the way in which the text is written. For instance, it takes us to when Jesus begins to heal the leper. And I love the way that it is written. For instance, on this particular page, if you can see very closely, they have the words of when Jesus told the man to rise and walk. It is written in the building. So it is very creatively structured as far as the illustrations and the text, and a wonderful way for children to kind of understand the story visually as well as by reading the text. Now, at this moment, I'm going to share with you my teacher's hat. My teacher's hat says, if you are a parent and this is the type of book or genre of book that you don't mind reading with your child, this book is a teachable moment on many levels. Obviously, you can use this book to teach the stories of Christ. However, with the Common Core curriculum, one of the standards always addresses the fact that students should be able to analyze a text and be able to look at the structure of the text and explain how it adds and or takes away from the story. So if you look at something like the way that the illustrations are written, it's a great opportunity to talk about how the author situated it in that way to highlight the importance or the significance of words. We then follow him where he walked on water. We continue to look at his miracles. For instance, the emphasis here on the words when he told the water and he said, "Be still." It's in the form of a lightning bolt to tell that the words were powerful, to again highlight the power of Christ. But then I love the way that it is written in lightning bolts. It makes it attractive and continues to make such a very involved character and storyline, one that children will still love. We then follow him through the feeding of the multitude, continuing throughout the book. His conversations with Peter when he walked on water, his meetings with the disciples, the Last Supper, and all of those things. Now, obviously, with this being a story of Christ, it does take us eventually to his death. However, I love the way that it ends. And it said, it seemed that the miracles had to come to an end. However, it ends with, but that's not the way the story ended. The miracle man had in store one more glorious miracle. And obviously, you see what the miracle was. His resurrection. So I think this is an awesome book. The author leaves a note at the end and kind of fully explains his perspective as on to why he wrote the book. To keep the book short and sweet, however, to convey the same point, there are some characters or names that were left out. And you can share that through your own knowledge of reading the Bible with your child. So I hope that you enjoy this. I know some people give their kids Easter baskets for the holiday, and they share candy. But why not give them a treat that's long-lasting, one that is lasting like Christ, and give them a book to read? All right, so I told you I would let you know why this book was near and dear to my heart, and here is the primary reason. Look, a lot of times I share my reviews, and obviously they are from my adult mom/teacher perspective, but what more? If you're going to share these books with your kids, why not share them from the mind of a child? So just for a brief second, I'm going to bring my daughter in and let her share her review of this book. Aria, what do you think?
I like Miracle Man because it's just like getting information from the actual Bible, but it's better for us kids to learn it better, and it's better for a kid to understand it more than the actual Bible.
Okay, did you like the pictures and illustrations?
I like the way they did the writing inside the illustrations.
Okay, so like inside of the trees and inside of the buildings and things like that. All right, and I think this was even a better book because why? How did the book end?
Because it ended with him right when he rose back up.
All right, and so it ends with a happy ending, and who wouldn't love a happy ending? All right, guys, this is your girl, Katrina Denise. This is Katrina's Book Bag. Look, continue to read, continue enjoy, and inspire others with your love of reading and books. All right, Aria, I guess we can go to bed now? Yeah? All right, we have another happy book. Happy Easter to you and yours. And continue to follow me. Subscribe down below. I'll also leave a link so that you can purchase the book or check your local library. All right, happy reading.